Good evening and welcome to my video. I'm actually walking through Brompton Cemetery near where I live, and it's a beautiful park cemetery. I try to go through there almost every day, especially if I'm not working that day, because it just helps with my mental health. I usually go just before they close the cemetery, and right now it's at 5 p.m, so I'm just heading before nightfall. It just helps me with my depressions and anxieties that I've suffered over the years. If you've ever watched my channel, I've talked about it briefly here and there. But anyway, if you look around you, to your left, to your right, you see people that have passed away, or you see the graves of people that have passed away, and it makes us all remember we are not eternal on this life. So we usually have a bucket list of things that we want to accomplish maybe before we pass away, and as silly as it might be, one of my things was to fly business class. Just fly business class once in my life. Well, I completed that goal. On my 55th birthday last March, I flew from London to Aberdeen, Scotland, and it was a great flight. I told the flight attendants on British Airways that it was my birthday. They opened up a bottle of champagne, 2 bottles of champagne, and there was only me and another guest drinking, and I know I drank more than he did, so I got a bottle of champagne out of it, more than a bottle of champagne out of it, plus the enjoyments of the lounge and good food, etc, etc. But I always wondered to myself, what would it be like if I could fly first class? Well, first class a little bit out of my league. I just cannot afford it. But anyway, yesterday I got upgraded to first class. I got upgraded free of charge. It cost me nothing. Okay, and if you want to know how I did it, I've got status, and I only had silver status. Soon I hopefully should have gold, but they upgraded me because the flight was full in economy, and it was a lovely experience, even though it was a short, sweet flight. But anyway, if you like to see how that experience went along, my first time ever flying first class, ticking off something else that was in my bucket list before I pass away, well, stick around. However, warning, there are a few scenes where I probably had a little bit too much, and just pre-warning you, I could delete the scenes because maybe it offends some people, and if it is, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I've decided to leave it in because I try to be real and authentic when I can, so yeah, sit back and enjoy the ride. Hi, my name is Steve Morgan, and from the age of 16, when I left home, I've had some crazy adventures. It's been the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that's why I decided to do Morgan's World, to share those journeys with you. To keep up to date with my life's journeys, please like and subscribe to my channel below. Welcome to my world. Sorry, what's your name?
I'm sorry, it's not allowed.
Oh, okay, sorry, it's not allowed to film. But I just got upgraded to first class. Woohoo! Never travelled first class in my life. That's the first for me. When I thought they sent me, I think I'm going to enjoy this. Short but sweet. I love it. I was asked if I want another champagne. I just had a pre-flight champagne, and I said yes, and I'll take a whiskey. He said, and I asked for the Woodford Reserve, and he said, how do I want it? 2 cubes of ice. I love it. Absolutely awesome. Thank you guys, I feel so blessed today. What's that word? They said Masha Allah? Masha Allah? Correct me or tell me in the comments, please. Just got given some Arabic coffee. So I'm in the restroom and it's just a regular restaurant. It's not bigger or anything like that. But look, I've never had this before. I have flown premium quite a few times, British Airways, but this is my first time with any airline on first class. And looky here, there's a razor here and toothpaste, and I don't need to shave or anything, but I am going to take one of those for future travels. So my table has been laid, and I've got another glass of champagne, I've got my whiskey, I've got some pita bread, I've got some sort of starter and some sort of thing with meat inside it, and what looks like as a pretty tasty dessert. Now it may not look like a lot of food, but this flight is only 40 minutes, and this is my second I went to 2 airport lounges just before I've come here, and as soon as we land I've got a 3rd airport lounge, and I'll be getting fed on British Airways, so it's not like I'm starving or anything. This is just amazing. You know, I've never really had this before. So I am pretty much first one out of the airport, or first one off the airplane, I should say. Those whiskies and real champagne is catching up on me a little bit. Anyway, that was an amazing experience. The flight was only about 40 minutes in the air. It was flying from Qatar to Abu Dhabi, maybe slightly a little bit longer, but the cabin crew worked their balls off to make sure that we got the best experience possible. And it's the first time in my life, like I've already stressed, to have ever flown not business class but first class. I've flown business class a few times, and you can probably tell that I'm a little bit slurred in my words, because the experience was just really good. I enjoyed it, and you know, so I recently, on a few videos ago, flew Qatar Airlines for the first time in my life, and I ranked them in all the other airlines I flew in the One World Alliance system, and I gave first class or #1 spot to Qatar Airlines and Qantas. But now Qatar Airlines easily is the king of the roost, you know. So maybe that'll change, but that's my non-scientific study. In the One World Alliance, I am ranking Qatar Airlines as the #1 airline, or at least the #1 airline out of the 5 or 6 airlines I have flown, you know, so in that order. And welcome to Abu Dhabi. So I'm now filming from the Pearl Lounge in Abu Dhabi. It's my 3rd lounge I've been to in the last 12 hours. Plus, you know, you've got the business class flights and other little perks here and there. I have made a promise to myself, I totally need to hit the tarmac and the trails and get back in shape, okay, when I get back home. But anyway, it's been an amazing experience. I've met loads of people along the way. Thank you to all my new subscribers, you know, it's very kind of you. Anyway, so onwards and upwards. I'm about to head home. This is the final leg of my journey, so I better slosh this beer and quickly get home. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I'll see you on the next journey. And there'll be plenty of journeys to come, so yeah, think about subscribing if you haven't already.